Ugh, guys, I did it. Crushed one of my rocker panels. Dang it. What's up, guys? Rick here. Welcome back to Adventure Outline. Super pumped to have you as always. We're here at Joshua Tree. I'm stoked. So yeah, guys, just pulled up. Pretty windy. I'm starving, but I think it's a little calm right now for the wind. So I'm gonna start putting in my tent and then set up camp, and then we're gonna eat because I'm starving. All right, let's do it. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's the next day. So what happened yesterday? It was just really windy, like all night last night, and which can definitely happen up here. This valley down here is one of the most windiest places on the planet. That's why there's so many windmills out here. But anyways, it was really windy last night at the campsite, guys. So, I had to eat my dinner inside the tent, all of that stuff. And it let up for a little bit, but then it just picked back up. Sometimes you can get lucky and the wind isn't too bad, but, this time it's been pretty bad, and it's calmed down right now a little bit. But I think it's going to pick up again as it gets a little bit hotter in the day. So anyways, I had to bail on that place. So I found a cool off-road trail in Joshua Tree, which there's like none. Most of the roads are pretty paved inside of Joshua Tree. But I was looking at the map and I found one that they say requires four-wheel drive. So I've been on the road since we left the pavement, and I have not needed four-wheel drive yet. So I've passed signs that say four-wheel drive beyond this point, stuff like that. But now I got to this sign, and this sign is serious. It's got skulls on it and all kinds of crazy wording to warn you. Check this out. They're serious, guys. They put skulls up here. I thought this was like a do not pass. We've done like nuclear testing here, but nope. Check this out.
Proceed at your own risk. Warning. Deep sand and rocks. Stranded drivers have died from heat exposure on park roads. Road is not maintained or patrolled. Four-wheel drive only beyond this point. Tow truck fees from the area cost over $1,000.
Oh my goodness!
Towing from unpaved vehicle rental agreements do not cover towing from unpaved areas. Make the right decision.
Wow. It's overly dramatic, but yeah. So I definitely think you should always be wise when you're in the backcountry like this and stuff. And I know people that have died out here, but man, it's pretty extreme. So I don't think I've ever seen a sign like this at a national park. Anyways, Joshua Tree, good on you. Hopefully we'll never need this. All right, let's get back in the truck, hit the road. Alright guys, so I think I just hit the part of the trail where four-wheel drive is necessary. So definitely going to have to pick my line really carefully here. There is a ton of rocks right here. A ton. Big old boulder right there. So definitely going to have to choose my line to come down this pretty carefully. This is the only section so far, guys. I've been in two-wheel drive the whole time up until here. And I would say I'm probably about 75% done with this trail. But yeah, so I got to try and get down this. It's going to be an adventure. So yeah, it's pretty rocky. I mean, there's just boulders everywhere. So, I know if I take it slow, I should be fine. If I take it slow, I should be fine. But yeah, I'm going to have to get through this. So, put the camera down and get on it. Wow, that was pretty gnarly. So getting ready to do the next part. That part wasn't that bad. I built a little rock ramp onto one of the big boulders, picked my line, and worked out good. It's just always kind of sketchy, always kind of worries me because I don't have sliders on the truck, and just always afraid to damage my rocker panels because I have such a wide wheelbase. But anyways, guys, here's the rest of the trail. More rocks. You definitely need four-wheel drive on this part. Most of the trail I've done already, you didn't need it. You could definitely do it and loop back around over there. But definitely I wouldn't come here without four-wheel drive, and especially high clearance. So cool. Now I'm going to tackle this part. All right. So yeah, so it wasn't too bad, just took a little bit of work, a little bit of patience, and it was fine. Right here it's super narrow, and obviously I have a long wheelbase, but also I'm running a full-size truck, so my truck is wider than, you know, than the Tacomas out there and the Jeeps and stuff. So I had to build up the rocks right here so that I could actually drive over this rock so that I wouldn't destroy my rocker panels from this side and this side. So there's probably only about 6 feet of width between the two rocks, so I just had to build it up, but it worked out. So far this looks like the hardest part of the trail that I've been on. It looks like it clears up down there, but you never know, we might hit something else again. So that was fun though, man. I was pumped, man. So stoked. Ugh, guys, I did it. Crushed one of my rocker panels. Dang it. So I was lining up for this side over here, and I couldn't see this rock right here. Wasn't paying attention, man. So it's not super bad, but oh man, it sucks. So you guys can see right here. So I can probably pop it out. It's not super bad, but oh, that sucks. Anyways, that sucks. I just got to be way more careful. And it looks like the trail is really easy after this, but dang it. Little buff job. I'll get it out. You know, door's fine. Sliders. I would have had sliders already, but certain politicians decided to shut us down. So I haven't been able to work in a year. Anyways, enough about that. I'm bummed about that for sure. I love my truck, but we'll buff it out. It didn't dent too badly, so I can probably pop it out, and then little buff job should be fine. Anyways, that was a big bummer. Dang, man, I've never done that before, ever. So I wasn't paying attention. I got to do a wider turn right here, and then I would have been fine. Just got off the trail. It was freaking awesome. What a great trail, great trail. Turned out to be way better than I expected. I never even expected to be doing that on this trip, but super pumped about that. Yeah, it was way more technical than I thought it was gonna be. You know, truck's got a long wheelbase and it's super wide, so you know it's a little bit harder for me to get through those than a Tacoma or a Jeep, you know, something like that. But we did it. It was awesome, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun. Still kind of bummed that I, you know, crushed my rocker panel a little bit, but it's not too bad. So I know I can buff it out. It's just more or less of a scratch. It's a little bit dented, but it's not crazy. So it's not too bad. Didn't affect the door opening and closing and stuff like that. So it's just, this is my truck. This is my baby. It's family, man. So it's hard when something happens. So anyways, that was a great trail, guys. Took me like 4 hours to complete the whole trail. The whole trail was about, I want to say about 23 miles long, from when I left the road inside of Joshua Tree and made it all the way back out. So made it all the way out, connected back with the tent, then looped back around to this spot that I've camped at before. Not a great camp spot, but you know what? It's free. Joshua Tree is actually on the other side of these hills right there. There is an entrance about a mile down the road there, and then you got to go down this really long road that's inside Joshua Tree National Park, and that'll lead you back to where I was this morning. So I've kind of almost done a whole circle around the entire park, but yeah, it was super cool, super fun. Definitely needed four-wheel drive on that trail for sure. So guys, what I'm going to do now is actually I'm going to show you a map of Joshua Tree, and starting from where I camped, where I found the road that leads to the off-road trail and then leads back to the 10 freeway. So where I stayed last night was this area right here. It's the Bell Campground, and so this is where I stayed last night, where it was super windy, and I ended up leaving. And so from Bell Campground I took the road back up this way, back around,
all the way on Park, and right here at this intersection is where the pavement ends and the dirt road starts. And so the off-road trail is this trail right here that says Geological Tour. And so this whole road right here is basically the beginning of the off-road trail that starts in the inside of the park and leads out. And so from right here, it turns all into dirt, and then you can take this whole dirt road all the way. You can keep going, keep going. And so right here, the road splits, and it goes straight and it goes left. And so right here, you actually have to turn left because this becomes a one-way all the way around this way. Okay, and so you can take this whole thing one way, loop back around, and head back into the park. I chose to take the one way all the way to here. Once you get here, it turns into two-way again. So you can either go this way and go back into the park, or you can keep going down. So I kept going on the trail this way all the way. And basically this whole trail all the way to probably about right here in this section, this is where the trail becomes you must have four-wheel drive and high clearance. This whole rest of the trail, you could do all of this completely in two-wheel drive. But once you get to about right here, this right here is where you're going to need four-wheel drive and high clearance. And so I took the trail all the way, and this part here, from here all the way till probably about right here, I needed four-wheel drive and high clearance. And this here, even though it's the shortest part of the off-road trail, takes the longest because, as you guys saw, tons of rocks, and so the camera doesn't really do it justice, but there were definitely some sections where the fall off, where the tire would come off one boulder and hit the ground, was pretty significant. So there were some areas that were easily, 2-foot drops, and so I had to be very careful. So literally from this location right here till where the off-road area ends to about right here, it probably took me 2.5 hours just to do this section right here. So just so you guys know, came back out here and then kept going, and the road turns into Berdoo Canyon Road, and this area is known to be called Berdoo Canyon Off-Road Area, and so just so you guys know and are aware of that. But I continued to take the road all the way down, and once I hit Dillon right here, this is basically where the dirt road ends, turns into pavement again. And so once it turned into pavement, I turned left here, took this road all the way back to the 10 freeway. Once I got back to the 10 freeway, I took the 10 freeway back all the way around, hit this road here, and I'm actually camped about right here currently. So guys, I hope this map kind of helps you of where I went, the trail that I took back to the 10 freeway. You can take this off-road trail either way you want, but I do hope that this has been helpful.
Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you would be so kind to kick that subscribe button and share this video with your friends and hit that little bell icon, because it really does help me out a lot. I'm really trying to grow the channel, guys. I'm really trying to turn this into something really, really cool, and the more support I get from you guys, the more encouraging it is, and also the more help I get. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time right here on Adventure Outline. Peace.